What is up? What's up, everybody? It is time for the Let's Talk Stock Show. A little somber, a little pissed today. That's right. The market sucked. It was a weird ass market, and for it to not be going down as much. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I just realized the NASDAQ went down 81 points. That's 1%. The Dow was only down 0.38% at 98, and the S&P was only down 0.58. So the Dow was better, S&P second, worse, NASDAQ worse. Russell, worse, down 1.38%. Oh, man, y'all know I like the Russell. You know I like the Russell. Juan, what's up? I'm in here talking Chinese, Juan. Get your translator out. Get your Google Translator. That's what I want to talk about real quick, because I don't really, I listen to the news, but, this has been a tough 2 weeks where I don't like to trade the news. I like to trade the charts, but then the news is taking over the charts. And then if I just start trading the news, then the charts take over. Like, the charts seem to always win in the end, but I'm like, I can't trade this. I know it's going up because this news event's happening, so it's got to be going down, but it's been going up. So, it's been crazy. So, it says here, can y'all see this? Is U.S. trade talks with China have stalled. Is this is new news? See, when the China deal was going on, when the guys were over here, and then he went home, he went back to China, and it failed. Didn't the stock market go down big time, but then rallied straight back up? Let's go to the chart. Maybe I should pull up the week. And what do I got here? A 5-minute chart. What will give me the week? I don't know. A daily? Hold on a minute. Let me see what chart we can look at. I don't know where we are. This right here, this was the day. Okay, so let me pull up an hourly. That might be a little better. And here was the day. Okay, so all the way over here above my head, it's like Friday. And then, so Monday, the market tanks. No trade deal. I think it was Monday. I'm not sure if I got it right. Yeah, I think it was this Monday that just passed. And then all of a sudden, the stock market's rallying. It took all of that back and then some. But there was no trade deal. So it was weird. No trade. I'm like, oh man, we're crashing. We're going down big time. But then the market just starts rallying straight up. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no deal. Now it doesn't care about a deal. All it cared about before was a deal. There's no deal. China goes home. And then the stock market rallies. I don't get it. Okay, so back to today's news. U.S. trade talks stall with China. Now it goes down? Because the end of today was vicious. It was vicious. So let me put up the chart that I had at the beginning of the screen. So this is the last 2 days, right? We went up. We opened down today, and it was a pretty good day. I was making pretty good money around 10 o'clock. I was like, oh, shoot, this is a great day. This is a great day. TJ, what is up? Cashmatic, what's up? Damn, driver. That's what I say. And that's Juan. And I didn't follow. I was on the phone all day, with one of my friends. I wasn't really following. I had the screens up. Wasn't doing much. But I went long in a lot of positions here. I was just like, man, a lot of the different charts was looking really good. So I kind of went long. But I was selling puts at the 10, deltas. I was selling way the hell out, on some of the bigger stocks like Amazon. They got killed today. Google got killed. Things like that. So anyways, it's doing well. And then all of a sudden, boom, I'm watching this candle. I'm like, what the hell happened? I got the radio on too. I got the news. And then they didn't say nothing until it was about right here. And it was like, oh, the China deals talk stalled. And I'm saying to myself, I thought it did stall. What? I don't know, and I started looking at the VIX, and the VIX didn't do that bad. I decided to make no trades off. I'm not going to trade the news. I just take the portfolio hit And let's see what happens Monday. So the VIX, which is the fear index, was only down up, I should say, 0.4%. It's not much. Is this today? So you can see it was down, and then at the end it rips, and then it kind of steadies out. It's even below the high, so I'm like, okay, the VIX is under control in a way. Okay, the market got a little nervous, but I don't know why they sold off so viciously. I think maybe it was going into the weekend. I mean, overall, it was a good week, I believe. So just weird day. Tariffs was lifted by Mexico and Canada. But isn't that good news? Right? I thought that was good news, but that news was out this morning. I don't know. I'm confused. The whole tariff situation's got me confused. Yeah, talk to me, Cashmatic. Is that good news or bad news? Because I don't know. I thought it was good news. Anyway, the market traded well. And here's the Dow. I had the Dow ETF up, the DIA, and let me bring up those 2 days. You can see day one. This is Thursday to the left. And then here's Friday. If you look at the volume, lots of volume going up. There was no volume today. Look at it the whole day. Look at the day before, right? Look at the volume. Look at today. It was like nobody in the house until the very end. Just boom, lots of selling. So if you pull up the daily, let's look at the last two. Today's volume sucked. It was okay, but it wasn't great volume. I mean, and we still closed higher than we opened, right? Because if we look at the 5 minute again, so we opened way down here and we rallied up, then kind of rallied back down. Now, if the market was open for another hour or so, we would have been down probably big time. I think the bell ringing kind of stopped the pain. I think nobody wanted to go long over the weekend because you don't know what's going to happen, or it's going to be worse or whatever. So now you know why I don't talk Chinese. Yeah, I know. No, I do know. Even when you understand it, you don't understand it. That's why trading the market is hard. The professionals, I mean, it's hard. You just don't know. You got to be safe, cautious, I can't even think of the words. So I was doing well, man. Around this day, my portfolio was probably towards the highs of the year, close to the highs of the year. I was doing well. I got hit way back, and when we had that downturn, when was it? Right around here, I guess, about a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, oh man. So I got hurt. And I was out. Remember, I said I'm selling everything, and started going back up. But I quickly reversed to the upside. I was like, man, this market's rallying. And then I'm like, all right, I'm doing good. Portfolio's looking good. And then today, man, I realized how long I actually was. But I think I was just wrong the wrong stocks. As you see, the NASDAQ got hit hard. And it was Amazon and Google. I can't believe Amazon took a 2% hit. After the last couple of days, especially going into the end. I mean, look at that, look at that hit at the end of the day, so it's doing this. This is all normal, and just bottom just fell. Look at the volume, more volume than, so it looks like it wants to go down even some more. And I just didn't think, I think I was selling way down here. I got 340, I'm selling spreads way down here. The markets, they had 1,900, almost 100 points out of the money. Amazon then gave up about 50 of them, towards the end of the day. It's like, what? So I'm very disappointed in that. Same with Google. Google had great relative strength all week. I was just looking at the stock, and I finally decided to place a trade today. I was like, you know what, today. So look at it, it's been going up. I mean, Google's been ripping. So it kind of was steadying out. So I was like, all right, let me pull up the daily, because I think I'm trying to show you what I seen. Minus today's candle, okay? Can I get rid of all these drawings? see what Joe said. Now you know. Okay. Yeah, minus today's candle, because put it this way, it was green. And I'm like, okay, look at this candle here. This thing looks like it wants to go up. Look at the stochastic turning. We had good volume on this full body candle. I was like, all right, I'm gonna sell some out of the money puts. And I think I sold like the 1150 something down here. And so this is a bad time to sell. Volatility kicked up, so they get crushed even harder. So I'm like, what? I'm just a little disappointed. So I'm hoping, keep fingers crossed, that things reversed, tomorrow, because everybody got caught out, I think, in this, all the professionals and all of that stuff. But because the charts was looking good. So I the one thing is, I used to panic. I used to be like, I'm gonna sell, and then the moment I finish doing that, it turns around. And I'm like, I just got out all my positions. Then it leaves me. Okay, I already did it twice watching this podcast. Right when I said, I sold everything, the market was going up. And then a while ago, I said I sold everything, maybe 3 weeks ago, and that was the bottom. So I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm going long over the weekend. I'm just gonna let it be, And if I lose, I lose. Then I'll make a decision Monday. Hopefully I don't get hit too hard. And I might just sell everything and reevaluate. Say, okay, what is it gonna do? I'm still sold everything, like in my long 401ks, and this is like my trading stuff. What do we got? Juan. Oh, okay. My eyes suck. I'm thinking you wrote something new. So anyway, that's what's up. That's the short video. What held in there, and I was thinking about going longer today. I already am long with Chipotle. Did nothing. Look, didn't even flinch. I guess because why they don't trade with China, Canada, Mexico. Yeah. But then they sell burritos. Should they trade? I don't know. Anyway, so here's didn't even flinch. Look at the end of the day. It's nothing. So this is hanging in there. That's the stock I should have been in mostly. Roku by Cashmatic, I think you gave me that. Roku. Actually, it did come down today. It was on fire this morning. I was like, oh my God, the thing's 82 to 87. I wanted to even make a more trade. Remember, I made a little trade, and I was like, it's just up too much. I missed it. But and I thought about selling some puts. I was just, it's up too much. But this stock did well. It's still up, right? It's still up 0.9% today, almost 1%. But it gave a lot of this morning rip back, man. That thing was ripping this morning. Let's look at the daily. And I was like, is this the breakout? No, but it keeps pulling back. Look at the topping tails on this little resistance, I guess. And it's like there's pressure up there. And, it's funny because the news comes out today that, can I make this? There we go. Yeah, the news comes out today that the whole China deal, but then the stocks are acting, they're doing what it's doing. It was selling up there from all week, so it's just funny how when it reaches that point, news comes out. It's almost like the news is timed. And that's what I was saying in my video when we had the double top in the SPY. That's when everything started getting funny. I was like, and all of a sudden the trade deal. No, it's not that. It's the double top that's really causing all of that. So this is it's just weird. Let me look at the whole market today. What's gonna be the good news is there wasn't a lot of volume today. So we'll see what happens Monday. I lost my cursor. Here we go. I found it. This is something to look at. Roku. It didn't affect it. And I'll probably maybe go through some stocks. Look at the volume. This is really good. Thanks for this stock right here. There's nothing to take profits. I was up. Matter of fact, I think I'm even. I was up like $30 or something like that. And what am I up now? Is it on here? Oh, my pie. Here we go. Yeah, I'm up $5.49. I think it was like $30 today. I got a small spread on. It's only gonna make $100. But I guess I was up 30. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go for at least $50. I could lose 400 though. Yeah, maybe I should have. I don't know. I didn't think the market was gonna have a sell off like that at the end of the day. Definitely over the trade talks. The trade talks suck. I mean, maybe I think China is buying back. They selling something about bonds. I think it was on the CNBC thing. Oh, where is it? China faces popular credit rating and for wasn't it. I don't know what's it. Before this news, I thought. I just thought it was. I don't know. I just didn't see this being news. I already thought this. I already knew the China talks is stalled. They doing the tariffs. He was talking about raising another $300 billion. I mean, of course that's stalled. I mean, why would they keep coming to the table? These guys are not wimps. They don't have a lot of leverage, and I guess, but they in the way they do with the bonds. If they sell. Because they own a lot of our debt, and if they start selling that, our interest rates rise. But then they have a lot of our debt. It will kind of kill them too. The economy only thrives if our economy is doing good. Because we buy everything from China, So if China, they can't really kill us because then they'll be killing themselves. If we go bad, they go bad. So I guess it's a catch. That's why they just need to work together so we both could grow. You know what I mean? So the world economy could grow. And I guess we've been doing good. And I think it's a bad thing that we this like the stock market was doing well. We know Donald Trump looks at the stock market and stuff, and he thinks, it's great. I'm doing all the stuff. We damn near at all-time highs, and then he talks more shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. So we went down. If you sum it all up, let me see. If you sum it all up, the market went down. Going back damn near to last year because of the trade deal, the tariffs, and then it starts going up because there's negotiation. It's going up. He's saying, oh, the deal's really close. We're going to be signing the deal soon. Goes up. And then the talks fail. Boom! Talks fail. He's going home. It goes down. I'm raising tariffs 25% on this and blah, 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 blah. Stock market goes boom. Damn near it goes down 600 points. And then the next 2 days, it erases that. The market's basically like, oh, we don't need them anyway. We are so overreacting. Back to new highs, at least recent highs. Okay. Then trade talk stalled. Oh, it stalled again. Boom, back down. So all I know is in the past, if you trade, and you really can't trade off of these headlines. And I've been saying it in my own videos, and it's funny because it's like crushing me. You just really got to stick with the charts because it's really in there. It's really in there. If you trade, for something to be doing something well and then a tweet comes out, then so if you short this market and then he tweets, the deal's back. He's coming. The market's going to be up 800 points in your face like that. So, but if you go long this market and which I was, and then the trade talk stalled, which it already did. Why does it go down? I don't know, but everything, I never seen a market such focused over headlines. It's just so headline focused. It's ridiculous. So it's just weird. The VIX wasn't down a lot. So I don't know. It just might have been, I think, nobody wanted to go long over the weekend. They just took profits and they just want to see because there's going to be some news for Monday. Things either going to get worse or maybe even better. He says trade talk stocks, and Trump, he'll come back. Oh yeah, we're looking at making a trade. I'm going to talk to him over the G20. It's just so new. It's like you can't trade it because of the new. It's so news focused, and you can't really see it in the charts. But eventually, the charts do take over. But if you look back at, let's bring up the Qs because that's the one that got hammered. I'll tell you what. Let's bring up the Russell. That really got hammered. And let's bring up the minute. I got all this crap. 5 minutes. I always try to bring up the chart that looks the worst. And, look at this is bad. It's too volatile. And it just drops. Let me look at the Qs. Yo, Double D, what's up, man? Stay away from the news and trade the charts. That's what I'm saying, That's what I was doing. That's what I thought I was doing. And that's why I'm so upset. I'm like, okay, screw this trade. Screw this. What you have on your Roku put square. Yeah, I can bring it up. Let me bring it up in a second. So, yeah, this is the Qs, and everything was looking good because if you do this, right, and before the drop, here's the market for the today. That's not bad. It's not bad. The volatility squeeze, you see it right there. Look at them Bollinger Bands compressing. So something is going to happen. And if I was really focusing, I'd be like, yeah, it's waiting. And I think look at the volume. It's hardly no volume. It's crazy. It's like everybody went home. So the few people that was left, traded, and then all of a sudden you see boom, boom, boom. It's just like, what? And I kept looking at the VIX. And the VIX didn't really explode. So I was like, I'm not even messing with it. I just take my losses and go. I'm going through the weekend with it because I'm telling you what, if I was sold down here, everything is, I would have got it crushed even more, So I just let it go. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, so Roku, ROKU. All I know is I got the 70.75. What is that? June 21st. 70.75. Let's bring up the daily. So I'm right over here. Matter of fact, there's my yellow line. I remember drawing it. Actually, that's the 75.80. Clear that. 75. Oh, shoot. I got the wrong thing up. All right. I can't draw today. There we go. 70. Somewhere around there. It's close enough. 75. 70. That's where I'm at. I'm hoping it stays above that. I have a feeling it's not. That's all. I'm just looking at those top and tails. It's holding up pretty good. I was waiting for the second. I have a feeling it's gonna come back. So I actually might get rid of the position and wait until it does come back, because it's not looking. It's only because the market. It depends what the market is. If the market's all good, this thing is going higher. It's not coming back. But if the market's weak, this will eventually give it in. It's going to bring down all boats. And I'm not saying this is going to go way, way down. But that rally it had the other day, I guess that was earnings, I'm guessing. It's going to come right back. It's going to give that up. Because these people that made this money don't want to lose their profits. And once it starts digging into their profits, they're going to start selling. And that's what's going to bring it down. So here's some prior resistance. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's what I think. So it's a small position. I just have to watch. Today was impressive, though. That morning rally was up like 4% or something, like right out the gate. And the market opened low. And this thing said. So it tells you that people went in. They took that little opportunity that it was down, and it wasn't down much, and they just bought it. So that it shows you that they want that stock. But eventually, like I said, if the market's starting to go down, they're gonna give that up as well. Nothing's safe, and that's what I don't like. Nothing's safe in the except for just to short it. That's the only thing. Short anything because they all go down. Chipotle, even, that's the one that didn't budge today, but eventually that will go down. So it depends how hard the market's going down. And then it just starts catching everybody that thinks it's safe. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and end it there. Just a weird day today. Stay tuned for the next latest tweet to see where the market's going to go. Yeah, I'm like trying to, there we go. Yeah, stay tuned for the next latest tweet. Listen to the news. Who knows what's going to happen? I think it definitely, if I had to guess, it's going to open lower and maybe it goes back. It depends. I don't know. Or it could be a big washout day. People just might say, it could be like another Monday. If you look at the overall, I got to go back to the charts because let's look at, remember I keep saying I like the weekly and I was like the way that even the daily started setting up. It's changed now. See these topping tails at the end? This is the daily. This is the SPY. Not liking these closes. They're just, it's showing that pressure. Anyway, so look at the monthly. This is the one that scares me. This is what I've been saying. Let me get rid of all these drawings. This one I don't like. I just feel that that's the top. Here's the double top right there, right? Right here is the top. Don't know, it kind of reached there. And I just think this is going to come down to at least here. Where did I say that? I had those Fibonacci's drawn. I think it was right about here, and then possibly go up. But this one, it just looks like it wants to go lower the way that candle's being drawn. And generally, I don't think it's the double top. It's not going to just blast through and keep on going, even though that's what it was doing. Remember my video the other day, how I was just saying, oh my gosh, what the hell? This is the SPY. Why is this thing crashing up? It was just, I forgot what chart that displayed it the best. It was just going up, not up like 45-degree angles, up. And it was blowing out my calls, and I finally gave in. And I had long calls, straight long calls. I don't like doing that on Google. Amazon was working well, and Google started. I was like, you know what? I had a spread. I sold the protection, and I just went with it, and it was looking good all day until this happened. So I was like, oh man, I should have sold. I should have sold. Made it a spread instead. So that's where I messed up today. My eyes suck. I need my glasses. Give me one stock to invest $100, and I can't do that. Because I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. Just kind of listen to what I talk about, and and kind of do your own thing. Because I'm telling you, you follow me, you'll lose money. Look, I lost money today. I'm not investing in an index. It's SPY. There's 500 stocks there. You for real, Wando. You gotta kind of like do your own research. Start. I tell you what, investing. It's always a good idea to invest in something That's a good start. And companies that companies that are growing, companies that make money, unlike Uber and Lyft. So you might know them. Don't invest in them. I can tell you that. They don't make money. They lose billions. How could you invest in them? Oh man, Tesla. Let's talk about that real quick, because I put a trade in. I sold the 210. I sold the 210. Is it on here? I bought, I sold to 210, 215 puts, because I was like, man, this thing is getting crushed. It's going to bounce. And it was somewhere right around here, and it kept going lower. I was like, oh my gosh. Look at it just somewhere around here. And I was like, oh yeah, it's bouncing. This is it. So I sold the 210, 215, and I even sold it closer to the money because I was confident it was going to bounce. It came up and just... I was like, what? I'm still going to hold on to it, though. The weekly. Yeah, look at this. Look at this decline. God. It worked out. I totally called this. Remember, it broke through. I said, oh man, it's going lower. It's going to retest this line, which it did. And I was short when it did this, and it just kept going up. I got chickened out. I thought it was going to do something like this. I was like, oh man, this might be a fake up. But no, it went back down. So I kind of knew what it was going to do, but it scared me out because I was like, Tesla is a fast moving stock. You blink your eye, next thing you know, especially when it's oversold, this thing could be up 15% on you, and it's truly oversold. This is oversold. Look at the stochastic, this dead bottom down there. So this is going to have a nice bounce. Possibly Tesla is a news related stock, possibly on some news, but they just had another car with a fire or something like that. And yeah, so I think that was the news for today. But yeah, here's right over here. It's funny, we got to go way over here for support. That's the box. Right? So, we're right there. And that's why I sold that 215, 210. And we kind of blow through it. This one, I still think it's going to bounce. I don't think it's going to just keep cutting through. You still have a lot of people. Oh, TD, gosh, what's that mutual fund? T. Rowe Price, T. Rowe Price, I think, sold its whole position in this thing, and maybe that's what this is all about. This big decline, So people's getting out. They just giving up. Tesla, they just need some money. It's not looking good. It's not. I'll tell you what. If it breaks this support, it's gonna hang around in here. If it breaks this thing is truly going down to maybe zero. If it breaks like that 180, yeah, it's coming in there quick. If it breaks that, remember in one of my earlier videos, I said look at the LEAP puts, and you can get like $50 for let's look at them now. Look at the 35. Okay, $35 put is 114. Ask 170. So you could probably sell that for maybe $1.40. I bet. At the $35, that's like easy money if you believe in this company. That's a whole basically $200. But that's the fear in the stock. It's unbelievable. Look, it's a delta of one, a one delta. You can sell it for 140. So that is some huge premium going way out. Sell 10 of those, and there goes say 140, 10 of, yeah, that's $1,400. But I tell you what, if it goes to zero, claims bankruptcy, it's 3,500 times 10. Why can't I do the math? You would have lost $35,000. So if you sell 10 of those for $1,400, you'll be risking $35,000 if it goes bankrupt. And people are afraid this thing is going to go bankrupt. This is incredible premium. Look at the $20. You could probably sell that for maybe 70 cents, which is $70. That's like incredible, man. That is, yeah, these options are almost telling you it's going to zero. Let's look at, where was I at? I don't think I was here. Look at the 2 year, the January 21s. The $20 is $1.30, $1.45. You could probably get $1.35. Oh man, look, the $10. $10. You could sell that for 60 cents. 10 of those would be $600. It's incredible. I'm just looking. This is incredible, man. These options are saying this thing is going to go bankrupt. They really are. So let's look at the calls. Let's see what like the 400 calls is doing. 1040. It's still a lot of premium on the upside as well. But yeah, look at a lot of premium on the upside. This thing, it always does. Here's the thing though, it always had the premium on the upside. But it's the downside. I don't think it had that kind of premium. These things got really good premium to go way out, to talk about going to zero, so 10, that's unbelievable. Let's see what the open interest is. Bring that up. Where the hell is it? Right here. Look at that. Look at the look at the open interest in these lower contracts. People are placing these bets. I don't know if it's a bet that it's going down there. I think it's more of I don't know. It's either a bet. It could be a bet that it's going down there. I don't know if they're buying or selling. I guess these are open contracts. I guess they, somebody had to buy or sell them. Anyway, but that's a lot. And let's look at the upper premium open contracts. Yeah, well, there's still more on the upside than the downside, but they're there. There's people believing this thing is going down. Guess that's why that premium's so high. So anyway, that's today's video. That's pretty interesting, right? One, Snyder is a nickel. Snyder's nickel and diamond drivers. So I think I'll put it there. That means they're making money. We can look at it real quick. Yeah, that's how they all make money. Oh man, this thing is it below. Is it $18? It's almost as low as the IPO. I think the IPO. See if I could look that up real quick. Schneider IPO price. I think it was 18, 19. Okay. It was 19. Yeah, it's below IPO price right now. It's $18.98. Yep, but it went as high as 30. And right now it's $18.98. Oh, shoot. Why do I always do that? Just look at, 37, basically 38% off its high. Below IPO price. It's not good. It kind of should bounce here. But I don't know. I'm telling you, these transports, you know how they say the transports, they sell if the transport's doing well, the Dow Jones theory, that means the economy, the stock market's going to do well. IYT, is that the transports? Actually, they don't look too bad. Snyder, I want to do a Uber. See what that did. $41. I think this is totally being inflated by Morgan Stanley. It went all the way down to 36. Now it's 40, 41, and Lyft 53. This was 75 IP. Look, that was down. Yeah. Tell you this. Yeah, this is. Look at that. That was down. The low is 47. I think Uber's being totally inflated. Anyway, what else we got? What's IPO, initial public offering? That's when they offered the stock to the public, to the public. Now, that's the price before it started trading. Okay, so they come up with a valuation, and then they say, okay, our stock is worth such and such billions, and therefore each share is worth this. And they kind of come up with that price. Kind of. I don't hold me to it. This is how it goes. So basically, they came up with $18, and they sold all. If they had I'm bad with math. If they had 1 million shares to sell, 1 million shares of the company, and they wanted to sell 10% of the company to the public, that means they got 100,000 shares to sell. So they're going to sell 100,000 shares at the price of What did I just say? $18. And they're going to say, who wants it? Who wants it? Now, me and you can't get that. That's like the insiders and the mutual funds and the hedge funds, the ones that do all the trading. They can get it. They get it. Okay, so they get it at $18. They bought out. Give me 100 shares for $18. So that's $1,800, right? And then it opens on the market. Okay, so now the public is pricing it kind of, and they hoping it pops. Like they hoping immediately it's worth $25 a share. Because then those people that bought it early at $18, they can immediately sell it for $25. Yeah, it kind of works like that. And if it goes below that IPO price, that means everybody that bought it kind of under the table, kind of, that means they all lost money. That means it's like me saying, hey, Juan, you want to buy my car? I tell you what, I was going to put it in the paper, but I'm going to give it to you for $1,000. And you're like, oh, shoot, bet. You buy it from me for $1,000. You put it in the paper. Nobody wants to pay you $1,000. They will pay you $800 for it. And you're going to be like, damn, Andre, you ripped me off. You told me it was $1,000. And then, but it's only worth $800. So that's basically what happens when it gets below the IPO price. So when Uber came out, their price was priced at $45, right? So everybody had the shares at $45, but it opened at $42. So that means everybody that bought it lost. They immediately underwater with it, and now you got pissed off people and they lost their money and it was going lower and lower and lower. So that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good example. Yeah, me selling you a car for $1,000, but I kind of told you it's really worth $10,000, but I'm gonna give it to you for $1,000 because you've been by my side and everything. You'll be like, all right, he's hooking me up. I'm gonna sell this thing later and make all kinds of money. And then you put it in the paper to try to sell it, and then you're only gonna get $800 for it. You're pissed. Okay, so you come back to me. You're mad at me, all right? Now, so me with Uber, I'm Morgan Stanley, all right? So I'm going to say, damn, no, it is worth $10,000. It is worth, and then I'm going to kind of fluff it. I'm going to kind of do what I can to make everybody else believe that it's worth $10,000. So you could be happy, because I kind of screwed you, and I also want to get other deals from other people. I don't want to ruin my name. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's automatically being inflated. So they're buying. They're the ones buying Uber to make the price go up, to make it look like a deal. Like, oh yeah, it's going up again. It's the stock market is full of scams. It's what's that good word for it? It's not fair. It's not level playing field. It's I can't think of the word. Kind of scams, but it's like there's a lot of games being played in things. It's for people like me and you, we don't know what the hell is going on, and these guys got all these millions and billions, and anyway, that's basically what an IPO is. Anyway, I say it when I deliver food. I say it when I deliver food the other way. Then you laugh and say sucker. Yeah, that's basically what they're doing. I mean, they sold it. So who made out? Uber. They sold a portion of their company for $45 a share, and they got the money. So if they sold, I don't know, I forgot what they raised. Let me Google it. Uber raised IPO. I don't know. They raised $8.1 billion. Okay, so they sold, I don't know how much of the percent of the company that was. It probably wasn't the whole company. So basically, they sold a piece of the company and they made $8.1 billion. But here's the thing. What they sold wasn't worth $8.1 billion. You see what I mean? So they let everybody believe, hey man, this is $45. I'm telling you it's even worth more. It's worth more, but here, I'm selling to you for $45. Who wants some? And everybody's like, me. And they blah, 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 blah. And they made their $8.1 billion for selling it at $45 a share. So everybody has their shares that I just sold it to, right? So now it gets traded on the stock market. The stock market opens up, bing, 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 boom, it's immediately worth $42. So if you want to sell your shares, you got to put it in the stock market. It's only worth $42. You bought it for $45. You immediately lost money before it even started trading. Because the public is saying this stock is garbage. You know what I mean? And that's the deal. See, Uber stock disappoints, capping a rocky path to its IPO. Uber stock slides in trading debut at the IPO price is near low end. And here's the Uber IPO. Is the company really worth $90 billion? So if it's worth $90 billion, what is that? 8.1 divided by 90. That means they sold 9% of the company. They sold just 9% of the company. So therefore, the remaining shares were worth, they're saying it's worth $90 billion, but it wasn't. So Morgan Stanley, the people that was in charge, they priced it wrong. They totally messed it up, and they made everybody believe that it was worth $90 billion, but it wasn't, and to get everybody to buy $45 shares. It's a big game. Anytime in Beyond Meat, man, oh gosh, that thing is totally overpriced. You got to buy puts on that when the options start trading. But I know they're going to be super priced, super pricey. I don't even know the symbol. Beyond Meat. It was down 3% today. There is options. Look at the prices. Look at this 80. Oh, wait a minute. Let's look at 35 days. Yeah, see, 35 days out, the $87 put is $11. It's $1,000 for that. That's way overpriced. Oh man. So yeah, you can't. It's expensive to buy that, and that thing. But you would probably just have to do a spread. If you buy the vertical, say 87.80, $4.15. That's not bad, but it's still expensive. That's an expensive put. Anyway, but what was I gonna say? My crystal ball says the market will be down Monday. Yeah, same to me. But I know what I was gonna say. The regular people. What was I talking about? Uber, the regular people. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the IPO. Generally, you can't get your hands on the IPO. It's going to be the hedge funds and the mutual funds and this guy and this trader that trades. It's total. You can ask your broker, but you ain't going to be able to get it. If it comes down to where you can get it, that's something you want to sell. That means they don't want it. Only way that you can get it is they don't want it. And if they don't want it, that means it's going down. Okay? And Uber was a stock. Uber and Lyft was a stock that possibly you could have got your hands on, especially if you was an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, and it was kind of giving those people some shares. But that's generally how it works. If you can get your hands on an IPO before it lists, that means you don't want it. It sucks. And if you can't, that means it's good. So we don't get to participate, bottom line. How much profit would you make by that put spread? Well, where's the trade? Right here. This is the 87.5 by 80. So basically the math is that's a difference of $750. $750 money I can make minus what I paid for it, which is $4.15. $3.35. So that spread you can possibly make $3.35. Let's see if I analyze. Did I do that right? It says $4.15. Yeah, $3.35 right here. You can see it. It's above my head. I think you can see it. Let me lift this up. If I move the cursor over here below 80, you can see $3.35. That's what it's telling you I'm going to make. And if I move it all the way over here above 87.5, the most I can lose is $4.15. And that's the price that I paid for the spread. Now, I don't even know. It's going to be worse than that because I won't be able to buy it at that. That's mid-price. I probably have to buy it, take it up $4.40 or something like that. And then the most I can make is $3.10. So that's like a very overpriced spread. I think I don't know, but it's going down. I forgot what it is. It's 90 cents. I don't know what's propping it up. It's not all that. I don't know too much about it, but I hear the fundamentals and stuff. It's just crazy. 15. I'm going to the hourly. Yeah, I think this might be. It went to 90. It's opened at $45. So I forgot what the Beyond Meat was priced even below that. So Juan, if you're still with me, let's check this out real quick. Beyond Meat IPO price. That was. Why is it not lifting? $19, $19 to $21. I think it was $21. Okay, so they sold it to all the insiders, basically $21 a share. See, and 5 days later, whatever it is, 8 days, a week, it went to $96 a share. So these people, they basically it went up 400%. So those people that was able to scoop all them shares for $19, they made big time. The first day was up $45. It was up $45. They doubled their money the first day. So that's a good IPO, but it's actually a mistake, okay? Because that means they underpriced Beyond Meat, and they could have raised more money for the company. They should have priced it at maybe. See, they wanted to pop. They want that little pop, but not that kind of pop. So the first day, when it was up, it closed at. This is a daily, right? No, this is the hourly. Let me bring up a daily. Okay, the first day it closed at $65. I had it wrong. I'm sorry. It opened at $45. So you tripled your money. You tripled your money. You went up 300% the first day. I get that right? Double, triple, whatever. So if it closed at $65, that means, and they priced it at $21, they probably should have priced it around $45, $50 and let them sell their millions of shares worth that price. And then it'll go up to $65. So they totally underpriced it. And so the company, they kind of lost out. They can't sell their shares. It's like a 6-month lockout period or something like that. And all those people the insiders, I think they got 6 months or something to sell. And about time that time rolls around, reality will come back into the market and this thing will be priced where it should be. And then they're going to be like, oh man, I wish I could have sold that at 96. But it might be back down to $20 in 6 months. Anyway, they're setting up people to go to the slaughterhouse. Yeah, exactly, man. I think they with the Uber and Lyft, because they was selling that hard to the public, if you remember. I was listening like Kramer and see, all the people, Bloomberg, you buy this, it's the greatest company, they're going to have the driverless cars, blah, 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 blah. Let me get my screen off. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. They're going to have the driverless cars. It's going to be great. You need to buy this company. You need to buy it, and then it's going down. I think the price at 82. I would buy it here, and then I bought some now. I even bought more. Blah blah blah, and then they was just totally selling it, and they tell you that. They put this stuff on the media. That's why everything you hear in the news is fake. They put this stuff on the media because they taking a beat down. They own the shares. So if they bought it at 85, whatever that number was, and now it's saying it's 75, right? Oh, and they telling you to buy it. They trying to hype it up so the price goes up so they can dump their shares. And that's what's going on. That's why it's going down. People are selling it. It ain't us. Let's say I had 100 shares and I sold it. I didn't move the market. These are those big hedge funds and mutual funds that bought it during the IPO price. They're dumping it to the public. So that's why you hear on the radio, it's great. They dumping it. And they dumped it to us. And so anybody left holding that back, it's everything is opposite. Everybody that gets on that radio or that media has has an agenda. How many times you hear them say a stock like, say, IBM? They buy it, right? Let me buy IBM, let me buy my 2,000 shares worth. Then they get on the radio, oh, IBM's a great company, they're coming out with this new chip, blah, blah, blah. I just bought it, it's going a lot higher. I see it going up 25% from here. And you're like, oh, shoot, IBM. And you start, and everybody wants to buy IBM now. They get a little surge in the price. And what do? Boom, they selling it. That's right. They're selling it. That's why they said that. You know what I mean? They're trying to pump up the price. You know, it's everybody that goes on and has a thing. So if they come on and say, let's say Amazon, oh, Amazon's terrible. They, this trade war is going to kill them. Blah, 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 blah. They don't have it yet. They want to buy Amazon. They're trying to get you to sell it. They're trying to get you scared so they can buy it. So they're trying to bring the price down and they buy it. They're going to say, yeah, it sucks, blah, 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 blah. And they're the ones buying it from you. It's this total, that's why it's total opposite. That's why when you buy something, it goes down. That's why when you sell something, it goes up. It's this opposite. And anytime you buy something, you hear these guys pump on the radio or on TV, it's a reason. These people are going to fade you. Anyway, there's my little rant. It takes forever to learn that. It takes forever, to learn what these guys is doing, because it's funny. You just make a decision to buy, sell, right? Two decisions. You buy, sell. You have a 50-50 chance of it going up or down. 50-50. But 90% of the people lose money. It shouldn't be 50% of the people who's a 50-50 chance, because it's opposite. That's exactly why I didn't sell today. Because sometimes you'll have, like, say the market was going up, right? And I'm not predicting what's going to happen Monday or something, but I'm going to use today as an example. Say the market was going up, right? It was going up pretty hard. I was saying, look, it's going straight up. Holy shit. People, there's funds and stuff that want to be in. They want to be in. So they use a headline like that, and they use some of the millions that they got, and they sell it off. They sell in futures or whatever, and they sell it, and it causes a chain reaction to go down. But they're the same people that want to buy it, and that's why they put the scare in. They kind of tank it, on purpose. They use their own money to tank it. And then they're the same people that buys it back lower. So sometimes that don't work, but it worked. They got these games. They know it's crazy when you start learning what they can do. Kramer has I sound like Kramer. He has a video, an old school YouTube video on exactly what the hedge funds do. I don't know if I could find it. YouTube. Kramer. Let's see if I can find it. I won't play it, but Kramer, was it cheats? Kramer shares, I don't know, hedge fund cheats. I don't know. I'll just put that in there. Right? This is it. This is right here. Jim Cramer reveals dirty tricks short sellers use to manipulate stock price. Watch this interview right here. Y'all see it? It looks how to get in the door. Yeah, this is the one, I think.
Similarly, if I were long and I would want to make things a little bit rosy, I would go in and take a bunch of stocks and make sure that they're higher, and I'd maybe commit $5 million in capital to do it, and I could affect it. What you're seeing now is it probably is bigger market now. Maybe you need $10 million in capital to knock this stuff down, but it's a fun game and it's a lucrative game, and you can move it up and then fade it. That's often creates a very negative feel. So let's say you take a longer term view intraday. And you say, listen, I'm going to boost the futures, and then when the real sellers come in, real market comes in, they're going to knock it down. It's going to create a negative view. That's a strategy very worth doing when you're valued on a day-to-day basis. And I would encourage anyone who's in the hedge fund game to do it because it's legal,
right? And
it is a very quick way to make money and very satisfying.
Okay, this is the video. Didn't I just tell you the same shit? I just told you this. This is exactly what they do. This is exactly what they do. It's totally, you just can't. That's why you just got to fake this kind of trade charts. Anyway, these people, they got millions and billions of dollars. They miss moves. Remember, they have to be positive. They have to be better than the S&P 500 before the end of the year, or these people get fired. Why are you going to pay this guy millions of dollars when I could just put money in the S&P 500 and make the same amount of money? This is why they get fired. You're supposed to be great. You got to do better than the averages. So when you're kind of like, oh man, I think the market's going down, and you're sitting on your hands, you thinking the market's going down, and then it's going up. Oh, it's up 2%, 3%. You missing it. You have to make something happen. You just can't get in there when it's up 4%, because then it's going to go down and you're going to lose even more money. So it gets manipulated by different people. And don't think that they don't have friends, that they can get help. Hey, man, help me sell down the market, or I sell down and you buy. And, it's stuff that I can't even think about. Okay, I don't know all the ins and outs, but from what I know from just learning it, listening to different things, seeing this, trading off of news, whatever, there's people got arrested for getting when something comes out, Money Magazine, I don't know where, because if Money Magazine comes out on Tuesday of the month, first Tuesday of the month, and they talk about, oh man, Beyond Meat is a great investment, the stock is going to go up that day. So you got people that was getting that circulation before it hits the streets and making big option trades. Wherever there's money, there's this fraud and crime and all kinds of stuff. And us little people, we don't know what they're doing. So you see things like that. You see markets moving, and a lot of times it's just manipulation. Somebody trying to manipulate it. And we're trying to make money for our retirement, for whatever. So, they trying to, get prices to sell so they can buy lower and they sell, and all that stuff. So anyway, he's going to strike your channel. Who's gonna? Oh no, well I'm doing like a meteor thing. This is old. Let me see, 2014. It's 29. This is 5 years old. This is before he was doing Mad Money, but before he was really Jim Cramer. He was Jim Cramer on Mad Money and CNBC, but it was early. It was early on, and they were saying that he should, by revealing this, he should go to jail or whatever, because he's saying he do this guy. Look right here, first comment. How come this guy is not in jail? Watching in March 2019 and thinking about Tesla, right? So Tesla could be tanking because who knows why? What a crook Cramer is. Stock manipulation is illegal, and he just admitted he did it. Lock him up. Exactly. I don't know. So watch this video. I don't know the link. Could I share it in the comments? Share. Here's the link. Here, copy. And then I'll put it in the comments of this video. There it is. Hey babes, I didn't know you was in here. You say it wasn't going to play. Did it play? Did it sound good? Did y'all hear that? I wasn't even sure. The setting up people to go to the slaughterhouse. Yeah, man. It's crazy. A lot of that stuff goes on. Our money, we don't move markets. It takes millions to move markets, billions and millions to move markets. So when markets are moving, that's what's happening. Remember Amazon was going up? Well, guess what? What's the dude's name? Warren Buffett was buying it. Bought $1 billion worth. Was it $1 billion? Yeah, $1 billion. Forgot how many shares. I think it was $1 billion worth. And the good thing about him buying it, some people say, the good thing about him buying it, I forgot how many shares that was worth. that float now is off the market. So, because we know Warren Buffett, they hold it for damn near life. So that floats off the market. So that's a good thing. That stock is going to move harder now for the most part. It's going to hard to buy because he's not selling it. Now, if it's another hedge fund or something, yeah, they in and out. By the time you found out they bought something, they already sold it. But that's the one thing about following Warren Buffett's trades. They don't sell it. He's not going to sell it. So in the long run, I think that's going to be a good trade. And you don't know if he's going to even be buying more, All right, so this video went long enough. Hopefully this was a good video because I got to get some frustration. We talked about markets and not stocks, and that's what I like kind of doing. And I'm not an expert. I'm just a dude, and I'm just sharing some of my experiences. Now I know this much, and y'all could help participate in the conversation. So see, Juan, you learned today, and that's why you have to come up with your own ideas and do your own research, and just do not listen to anyone else that you hear, because there's some genuine dudes out there, but you just don't know who's genuine, so just don't listen to anything you hear, and just do your own research and come up with your own themes and just buy, or sell, do whatever you want to do. But that's the video, man. Y'all check that video out. It's entertaining. It's definitely entertaining. I guess this video too. I don't know how to get in. Same interview. He used to be on his little street TV thing. He had a little thing that he did. I don't know if he still does it or not. But that's where that video comes from. This is, all right, that's it, man. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video. And I appreciate everyone watching, as I always say. So we'll see what happens Monday. We'll see if it was manipulation. But no, if I had to take a guess, I think it opened down. Generally, it opens where it ended. So it kind of sold off, and but it also depends on what news come out. No news comes out, it opens down. If news comes out that's positive, it'll open up. It just depends, Just you kind of got to let things settle out. But they'll realize maybe by the weekend. Oh yeah, we knew there wasn't going to be a trade deal. We was just hoping that the G20 they'll talk, maybe make a kind of get back to the table. But to me that was old news. I don't know how it moved the market like that. All right, so look up cigar companies. What percent tax do you pay on capital gains? I think capital gains is, I think Trump lowered, I think it was 28% of 25. And I don't know tax things, but is it 14 now? And it depends if it's short-term, long-term. There's two capital gains, short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains. Short-term capital gains, I believe, is anything that you made over the year, over 1 year. And I think long-term is anything over a year. I'm not sure, though. As they always say, consult your tax consultant. I'm not a lawyer or a tax professional. That's what it is. Anyway, only thing I look up is what cigars I want to buy. What percent do you pay on capital gains? Yeah, so, and remember when also you get to write off losses. You can write off up to $3,000 in losses a year on trading stocks. So that helps get some of that money back. Depending on what your tax rate is, and it could even roll over. So let's say you lost $6,000 this year. This year you can write off $3,000, and the next year you can write off the other $3,000. I believe. Remember, I'm not a tax professional. And then you get to write off the whole $6,000. But yeah, it can help you save some money that way, get some of that money back. All right, so that's it. Going into the weekend. Thanks, man. Thumbs up if you like the video. Share it, man. That would be nice, right? Yeah, I've been doing a video every day. I didn't get on Twitter. I didn't because I started late. And I was on the phone all day. But I get on Twitter. I was going to get on Twitter and tweet it out. I didn't do the Periscope thing. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, like I said, have a good weekend. This is Dre. We'll talk Monday. Put your bets in the comments where you think the market's going to open, up or down. Is it going to be hard? Is it going to be soft? Is it going to be the Black Monday? or what? Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.